After driving the humans off, Jake lives a life on Pandora and guides the clan as the clan leader. Jake and Neytiri become the parents of 3 biological children, Neytiri, Loak, and Tuktiri, as well as 2 adopted children, Miles, who they call Spider, and Kiri, who is the biological daughter of Grace Augustine's avatar body. We see a Spider playing with his siblings, and of course he is different from them, but he is happy with his new family. A few years passes from what happened in the first movie, and the kids are teenagers now. One night, they see a light in the sky, and it means the humans, or as they called it, the Sky People, have returned. The Sky People have returned to finish what they started in the forests of Pandora. And of course, that's what humans do, right? Destruction. In one of the ships, Colonel Miles, who was killed by Neytiri in the last movie, wakes up in an avatar body. They have transferred his conscience and all of his memories to this new body, and he is back stronger than ever. In the forests of Pandora, Jake attacks a train who provided supplies for humans with this team, and 2 of his sons are in the attack as well. Jake is surprised of how advanced the humans have become, and he can't fight them off on his own. And even one of his sons gets badly wounded, but he survives. After Jake and his crew return to the forest, he argues with his sons and tells them that they need to be more careful, and he bans them from going on any other mission until they're ready. Then we go to humans and see Colonel talking to General Ardmore and catching up with the latest advances and analysis that they have done in the base. General Ardmore tells him about what they have achieved in the past and their plans for the future, and also she suggests Colonel to go to Pandora with his blue team and gather more information because they won't raise a lot of attention. While Colonel and his team are at the battle zone of the previous war between the Na'vi and humans, Jake's children are at the forest and they accidentally see them and they report to Jake. While searching the battle zone and his previous old base, Colonel finds his armor and finds 2 arrows in it. And when he sees the footage, he remembers that Neytiri killed him with 2 arrows in the chest. Jake's children want to return to their home, but they get captured by Colonel and his men, and Colonel recognizes Jake's son and decides to return to the base, and also finds out that the Spider is his own child who Jake raised as a Na'vi. When they are about to get the prisoners to the choppers, Neytiri and Jake attack them to save their children. Colonel recognizes the arrow that Neytiri shot, and after a few minutes of action and fight, Jake saves all of his children, but Colonel takes Spider with him. Jake and Neytiri know that Colonel is after them, so Jake takes the decision that they should leave the forest and go somewhere safe and find allies. In the meanwhile, Colonel and General are trying to get Spider to talk and tell them where to find Jake. They are using a device that is putting a lot of pressure on a Spider. Colonel stops the device and talks to a Spider himself. After a few minutes of conversation, Colonel takes the information that he needs from Spider and promises him that he won't hurt anyone. Jake decides where he and his family should go, and they go to a Na'vi clan who lived their whole life near and under the water. And although they look the same, they have significant differences, especially in their tails and their hands. The chief of the clan does not accept to help Jake in his war and doesn't want to get involved with it, but he says that Jake and his family are welcome to stay there. The chief assigns his children to teach Jake's children the way of water and treat them as their own. The first day, the children try to learn how to control their breath and breathe under the water, so they wouldn't have to come to the surface every time. They also try to learn how to connect with the animals that live under the water and ride them. But unlike other kids, Kiri seems to be a natural. Without any education, she can do a lot of things that take others days to learn. It also seems like she has a special bond with nature and animals. At the same time, Colonel gains Spider's trust, and Spider is even helping them to connect with animals. Colonel approaches one of the beasts and he's able to connect with them, and he flies. We cut to Jake's children again, and they get into a huge fight with Chief's children because they called Kiri a freak. The fight is over, and when the children return to Jake and Neytiri, Jake tells Loak that he has to apologize for his behaviors. When Loak goes to talk to the chief's children, they already had a plan in mind. They say that they want to go for a hunt and he should join them, but they take him in the middle of the ocean and leave him. He looks around and all of a sudden, a huge sea monster attacks him and wants to eat him. He swims and hides between rocks, but he is running out of breath. He comes up and the monster attacks him again, and at the moment where he's about to die, a bigger sea creature kills the fish and takes Loak to the surface. Of course, like all other cliches about big monsters, this creature has a spear in its body, and when Loak takes it out, they become friends. This was the recap of the first half of the new Avatar movie, The Way of Water. So don't forget to subscribe for the next part. Thanks!